Hello everyone, my name is Jenna. Welcome back to the Holistic Homemaker channel. Today we are making, what are we making, do you know?
I don't know.
You don't know? We are making biscuits and strawberry jelly. So Jack has graciously already mixed together our dry ingredients. We're doing 2 cups of our gluten-free flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And he's just mixing that up right now. It is towards the end of the week, so we have some unsavory berries. So we're going to be using the berries and not wasting them and making a very quick strawberry jam instead, and then making some nice, hopefully flaky, delicious, gluten-free, dairy-free biscuits along the way. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get the rest of our ingredients, right buddy? So we're gonna do 5 tablespoons of super cold butter. They say you can freeze the butter, you can say you can grate the butter, you can use one of those little choppy thingies. I'm just gonna cut 5 tablespoons of my non-dairy butter, and I'm just gonna use my hand like I normally would with a pie crust or anything like that. And then it is just 1 cup of your milk of choice. I'm gonna be using oat milk because that's all we have left. Right, buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get our butter. Are you gonna squish the butter for me?
Yeah.
Squish, squish, squish. I also have, our oven is preheated to 425, so that by the time these are ready to go, we can just pop them right in the oven and then get our jelly started. Okay. And now you're gonna take the butter and you're gonna squish it. Squish and squish and squish. Yep, squish it into the flour. Okay, so we have our little like sandy texture. It'll hold like a little something. It's not just the flour anymore. Our butter is all incorporated. Oh no! That's okay, I'll get it. Oh, where did it go? Oh, buddy. That one under the dishwasher. We can't get that one back. I'll get that back later. Let me scoot you closer. Watch your hand. Okay, you want to pour the milk in?
Yeah.
Or you want me to do it? Good job, dude. And now you're gonna mix it really good. Mix. Really good. Mix. Good?
That's a big.
You gotta keep mixing, bud. Mix.
That's a.
It's a what?
So.
It's hard to do.
Yeah.
They said that this batter is not supposed to be too wet. So there was a drop biscuit recipe that I was doing before, and the batter was super wet and it came out really nice. But I just went back to look at it and make them again, and they changed the recipe completely from what it was before. So I was like, I don't know. They added in a whole bunch of ingredients and it just wasn't as simple as this one. So we've only been doing this for maybe 5 minutes. Like the oven isn't even done preheating yet. So I don't know. I need that simplicity. So our batter looks like a dough ball that I almost lost. It says it yields about 6. I think I can honestly get more than that. So we're gonna try our best. Maybe I will get about 6. I might get 8. We'll see. I'm gonna try my best to get 8. And then if these are good, because we have baby coming soon, I would ideally like to bulk batch these one weekend and just make a ton of biscuits, because they will stay good in the freezer for about 4 months. So I wouldn't do them like right now, obviously, but just because I have about a month and a half left before baby gets here. So I would want to do them probably mid-September. I might do a big like bulk batch episode on here of things that I'm prepping for baby, so that we are good to go when they get here and we don't have to stress about silly things like meals. That's one thing we did not do at all last time. I've said it before, my brother did those fresh boxes for us and they were a lifesaver because we didn't prep any food. We didn't even go grocery shopping before we left for the hospital, which honestly wasn't a bad thing because we were in the hospital for about 6 days. So I don't want to have to waste groceries this time around. which we didn't last time either, but to have things already in the freezer just to be able to take it out, heat it up, be good to go, that would be huge. And that way we don't have to spend money on much, you know, just like the fresh things that we need, like fruits and whatever's, things that aren't too stressful. Okay, I was able to get 7. Jack, should I do 7 or 2 small ones to get us to 8? You just want 7? Okay, then we'll just do 7. I'll rearrange these a little bit, give them some room. My pastry brush went missing. I don't know where that is. So no, these are raw. And you got dirty fingers. So I just took a little tablespoon of oat milk and I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit. I have to do it, baby, because I gotta do just a little bit at a time. I'm gonna sprinkle just a little bit at a time on top of each biscuit. Kind of a bobo way to do it, but they say that that's how you get them to be nice and golden. And then I'll just take the back of the spoon and spread it out. They look like biscuits. So I'm gonna put these in the oven for 15 minutes and then they will be good to go. And while those are baking, we're gonna make our jelly, right? Our double berry jelly. So this is, we're doing blackberry strawberry jam because I do have some blackberries that need to get eaten. Hay wasn't really feeling fruit this week, so it just is what it is. This recipe is gonna be very easy today. You can add other things to your jelly, to your jam, whatever you wanna call it, but this is gonna be whatever fruit you have on hand. I'm doing 3 cups of that, and then 3/4 cup of sugar. You can do lemon zest, you can add vanilla, you can add all these beautiful things. I don't have any lemons, it's the end of the week, so we are just doing the leftovers. So I have these blackberries. Blackberries. And we've got a bunch of strawberries, right, dude?
I'm eating.
And you're eating them? Okay. All right. You want to use your yellow knife? Oh, you're just going to eat them? That's fine. You can just eat them. So I'm just going to chop them up to whatever kind of consistency I want in the jam or jelly. I know there is a difference, but I don't know what that is right now. So guess I'll just keep calling it a jam. I know that I've been trying to get him to eat these strawberries all week and he's just over here chowing down on strawberries. That's just how it is sometimes. All right, what do you think? Does that look like 3 cups?
Yeah.
3 cups? So we've got, that actually ended up being almost equal parts blackberry to strawberry, which works out really nicely because then we'll get some of that blackberry flavor in there too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my berries, I'm gonna put them in a pan on the stove, and I'm gonna add 3/4 cup of sugar. Then I'm gonna just bring that to a boil because it'll release all those natural liquids, all those other natural sugars, and then I'm gonna lower the temperature down. And I'm going to probably, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 minutes, kind of eyeball it and keep stirring it at the lower temperature, right? And it'll start to thicken up. And once it's nice and thick to the consistency that you want it to be, it's done. So super simple recipe today. I really like making jellies and jams and whatever's like this because it isn't super wasteful. We're using what we have that's about to go bad and reshaping it into something else that we will use very quickly, especially if we have biscuits coming, right, dude? Yeah, we're gonna tear up those biscuits too. So let me get a pan and start making it. Let's do a little update on what's been going on. I haven't been able to share very much this summer other than doing quick recipe shorts because it's been a little bit chaotic. So I am now 30 weeks, which is nuts. I feel like I just found out I was pregnant. Now I'm 30 weeks pregnant and the baby will be here in a month and a half. It's pretty wild, but it's pretty crazy, huh? So we've got baby coming very shortly at the end of September. And got things sizzling on the stove. He's a little bit nervous. Yeah, he's a little bit nervous.
Okay, let me go to the camera and see what's wrong with Chase.
We gotta see what's wrong with Chase.
Now go to the camera.
Turn the camera and show what's wrong with Chase. Okay. Let's see. Chase is a little bit nervous. So it's been busy, but in those pockets of time, I have been baking like crazy and I have been knitting like a mad woman because we've had so much downtime. Downtime in that he is back co-sleeping with us. And so I'm not gonna be filming and talking and doing all these things while he's snoozing right there. So we've got, I have a lot of projects to show you all and I'm really stoked about them. And then, which I might get to show in this video. If not, it will be the next one. But there's been a lot going on. I have a very active baby in here and a very active, hazardous one out here. So we are now boiling. And I'm going to turn the temperature way down. I don't even have it. I have it on like low medium right now. But I'm going to turn it way down. And just let it thicken up. It smells so good. The biscuits smell amazing too. And they're looking like biscuits in there. So with the garden this year, I haven't been able to update a whole lot on the garden. I went nuts.
And there's Mo out there.
Mo's out there too?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. We ended up with so many yellow squashes and they were absolutely delicious, but what ended up happening is we were eating them like as soon as I picked them, so there was never like a bulk amount for me to showcase. We also had a ton of cucumbers, right buddy? We were having a lot of cucumbers that we ended up with. I'll show you how many beans we were able to harvest. So I was able to harvest all of these black beans.
Can I see?
We're not gonna play with the beans, babe. All of these beans and all of these are pintos. So pretty nice harvest of beans. I only did one plant. It was a great bean harvest. I only did the black beans and we had peas out there too, but we ended up eating them right away. Like Jack was eating them off the bush pretty much. So great harvest of beans, nice fresh green beans and lots of dried beans. I think next season I'm gonna do a whole bed of just one bean so that I can bulk can them because right now it's like not enough. Oh gosh. Okay, so it ended up being a great bean harvest, ended up being a great squash harvest, great cucumber harvest. All of those things grew beautifully. The watermelon harvest was a lot. I think we ended up with a little over, I would say close to 100 pounds worth of watermelon. And finding watermelon recipes is kind of very experimental, okay? Not one I'm particularly comfortable with because the flavor of watermelon can be so mild or so sweet. So we ended up with massive watermelons. I'll show a picture right here of Jack with one of them. And they were all pretty close to 40 pounds each. Some of them were smaller, like 20, 25 pounds, but it was still a lot of watermelon. To the point where we just picked the last one and I just cut this up yesterday. It's a massive bin full of watermelon.
Can I have one?
No, not right now. What I ended up doing to kind of preserve the watermelon, next time I'm gonna be more adventurous. Like, there were some really good recipes out there that I was just so unsure of, and I know that they would give me heartburn right now. But next summer, I'm only planting one watermelon seed in the bed because it took over the whole freaking garden because I did 2 seeds. Thank God for the 4 seeds that I planted, only 2 actually germinated. That would have been a nightmare if all 4 of them sprouted. But what I ended up doing to preserve a lot of the watermelon was I made watermelon lemonade concentrate. I ended up with 6 quarts of this, and it's good. I canned all of them, and they're good until February. So all winter and all fall, everything like that, we can have we can have watermelon lemonade. It turned out delicious. It was a very easy recipe. It's messy because you're, you know, juicing watermelon, which is just so wet anyway. That's how I was able to save a lot of the watermelon, was by doing it like this. I also juiced a lot of it and froze them into little ice cubes so that I can add some watermelon into a mocktail or just into flavored water and things like that. So I have quite a bit in the freezer of just frozen watermelon juice. And then I have 6 quarts of the concentrate. Also, we were able to harvest a ton of garlic. What I have left is in this container here. I've been using it every day for, oh my gosh, I haven't bought garlic in probably like 3 months, but they grew beautifully and I'm really excited that I finally got garlic to work. This is my first time ever being successful at growing garlic. And I think it was like 8 out of the 10 that I planted were perfect. The other ones, we ended up with too much of a downpour before I think I harvested them a little bit later than I should have. So it was too much of a downpour. 2 of them ended up moldy, but all the other ones, it's been amazing. So growing garlic is like my new favorite thing. I want to do a whole bed of it in the fall. I'm really, really excited for garlic because it's just been nice and it's so much more fragrant. Like it's really, really potent. So it's like a little goes a long way with fresh garlic. It's been very interesting, but I just haven't had the time to prep it how I wanted to. What I usually do when I have just a ton of garlic is I'll puree it just in the blender and put it into the silicone ice molds and freeze them and put them in a bag so that when I want garlic, I can just grab a cube, throw it in the pan, boom, garlic. But that just hasn't been, that convenience has been an inconvenience to prep. So just because I don't have the ability to stand here forever and peel a pound of garlic. But we're using it and it's delicious, right? And I've dried a ton of herbs. I've got lots of jars of dried lemon thyme. I've got lavender that I've dried. I've got oregano that I've dried. I've got a lot of basil that I need to be harvesting. And then with the lavender, I'm gonna make sugar scrubs, which I'm excited about because postpartum skin is weird. And being able to take care of my postpartum skin was a very big deal last time. And I'm really looking forward to being prepped for that this time around as well. Right, buddy? So we've had a very prosperous garden this year. It's been great. And next year, well, even in the fall, it'll be a little bit easier. Like right now, our peppers are doing great. Our eggplants are doing great. We just put some more beans in the dirt. We put some green beans, right? We planted carrots and radishes. The tomatoes didn't do so hot because it's been like consistently 100 plus every single day for a couple of weeks. It's been very hot. But we did not do a good job harvesting our sweet potatoes last year because the sweet potatoes came back. So we've got sweet potatoes growing as well. I also have some that are currently sprouting in the kitchen that I'm going to put back there probably tomorrow. And yeah, so the garden is doing great. We've been, thank you. We've been busy out there for sure, but it's been a little chaotic to capture.
Popsicle.
It's a strawberry popsicle. Yum, that sounds good. Guys, they look like biscuits. So excited. Oh my gosh. They smell really good and super, super buttery. And I actually have never done the milk on top deal. I usually would do like a butter thing or an egg wash or something. I've never done the milk thing on top, but I do notice a big difference, especially because gluten-free stuff tends to be so pale. I'm excited to eat this later. And now we'll just wait for our jelly jam compote. They turned out really nice. You want to show yours too, buddy? Here, show yours too. That's a good looking biscuit, huh?
Can I eat one?
Sure, if you want to. I was gonna get you some jelly. But they turned out really nice. They're super light. How do they taste?
Good.
They taste good? Awesome, dude. Good? Mm-hmm. Are you taking a bite out of multiples or just the one?
Just that one.
Oh, okay. And here is how our jam turned out. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There we go. So it is nice and thick. I let it cool the whole time that Jack was doing nap time. And it smells amazing. You want some? You want some to dunk your biscuit in? Okay. Yeah, it got really nice and thick once it cooled off. I just kept it on the counter the whole time he was in his nap, to be honest, like 2.5 hours. Just so it can go completely to room temperature before I put the lid on it and before I pop it in the fridge. It'll be good in the fridge for about 2 weeks. So it makes a nice little portion. It's just 3 cups of berries. So it's not like a big bulk batch. It's just a single batch jar. And I love that it's such an easy recipe because then things aren't just getting thrown away. I also know what's in it. It's only 2 ingredients. So can't complain there. How's the jelly? Is it good?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah, good.
Those biscuits are good. Mm-hmm. The jelly is good too, bub.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job. High five. You killed it today, man.
Yeah, good.
Nicely done, babe. Good job. That is it for today's video. You want to say bye? Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're interested in any gluten and dairy-free baking or cooking or any homegrown wannabe homesteadery I know recipes. Don't forget to like and subscribe, right? Thank you.
No.
No, I know. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video, and we will see you guys in the next one.